And he skulked throughout the house, solace. The smell of death was strong even inside the house, which seemed odd. Soon, my uncle came up to the huge staircase leading upstairs. Of course, his friends had all wanted him to see if the fiancée's body was really in her room. That meant uncle would have to climb the stairs to the top floor and sneak down the hall to the crazy bitch's bedroom. He realized he was a little nervous, mainly because he didn't know if Elizabeth was one of them violent retards. But he wouldn't go back on a dare, so he tiptoed up the stairs and down the hall and towards the room. And he realized as he was approaching it that the smell of death and decay was getting worse. Then he heard a creak behind him and felt a heavy hand grip his shoulder. Much too heavy and much too large to be Elizabeth's. Uncle froze. A deep voice behind him said, "What you doing, young man?" Uncle turned around and it was an old man, a black guy dressed like a butler. Uncle had not even considered that Elizabeth had someone in the house helping her out. He jumped to escape the old black man's grip, but the man's hand clamped down hard. Uncle struggled and kicked the shit out of guy and ran down the stairs. Behind him, he could hear the old man muttering, "I ain't get paid enough to deal with these crackers." Nah, just kidding. Actually, the old man tried to chase him down the stairs, but, he's an old man, lol. So my uncle escapes and runs all the way home in the pouring rain and the smell of death. He never manages to see whether there was a body in Elizabeth's room or not. But he told his friends all about how he had smelt the stench of decay coming from behind the door. They were all thoroughly impressed. FFW. Elizabeth died several years later. By then, Uncle had moved away from Alabama. He had just started helping out on that ranch I mentioned earlier, and one fall he comes back home to visit his folks and catch up with some old friends. Over some beers, he happens to mention the time he snuck into Elizabeth's house. His friends get real quiet. "What's wrong?" he asks. His friends explain to him in hushed voices that after Elizabeth died, the old black butler had phoned her relatives in Louisiana. They came and took care of her funeral arrangements. Then Elizabeth was quickly buried and the house demolished. The following Sunday, the minister, the only person outside of the family who had been allowed to enter Elizabeth's room, gave a strange sermon. From the sound of it, it seemed to confirm all of the strange rumors about Elizabeth. But nobody to this day is sure. And the minister refused to ever talk about it. Alright. That's enough out of me. Hopefully when I return tonight this thread is still up and stinking with OC and decent caps.
Live in Midwest, related to rich fag relatives pay their own daughter, not to be a nuisance. She drops out of college, cousin buys up huge plots of land with said money, dreams of making her own nature reserve, really just an excuse for her hippie friends, and her to make a commune want excuse to do drugs, and have pseudo-pagan orgies and magic shit. They're all liberal rich fucks, Jetta McMansion built with all the amenities. Loner, don't talk to many people, especially family. Get a call, cousin is panicked about weird people and noise on property, sends pics of black SUVs, people in suits on her land, and some mib-type fucks at her door. She wants me there to look around. Her reasoning: I own an SUV outfitted for mudding, and have guns. LMAOK, might as well as I can use this as an excuse to pop a deer or two. Get there, lot of weird shit I notice: mudded up tire tracks, bloody handprint on door, no electricity, and their solar panels were damaged, but I hear their generators running. Big storm earlier, maybe they got wrecked by that, or maybe they're high off their asses and had a bad trip. Get to door, told to fuck off, and no one will open up, so I kicked or call cousin feminine. It's me Anon, Open up already, you stupid shit. She opens the door a crack, jabs a knife out, and threatens me. In response I kick the door, hit cousin with the door, walk over and grab the knife. Stop doing weird shit, you idiot. She jumps up, her nose is bleeding, and she jumps me crying. Oh, and on weird people were here. She never really liked me, but she's scared shitless, so now my hairs are up. Get the TLDR about everything: suits, SUVs, big storm, some creature crawling around and tearing shit up. Ask about the bloody handprints. Some Asian girl in jeans, boots and a jacket was beating their door asking to be let in. They ignored her, say they have video. Go with cousin, 2 of her half-naked fat-ass friends to their security room. Crystals, evil eye wards, sage and incense burning, and a new high-end camera systems. They can barely work it, so I'm spent waiting for 10 mins. Get it up. Shows me the Asian girl who looks pretty fucking professional. Good gear, aware of surroundings, head is on a swivel and looking at everything. She has a big fucking knife in her hand, looks like some custom hunting shit. LMAO WTF is this shit, I ask. Girl looks spooked and takes off. Cousin shows me a blurry clip of something looking like it has 4 arms skittering around the edge of the camera's range. Looks like it's walking on 2 sets of hands and stubs. It's gripping and pulling its shit, jumps and falls off their solar panels. Could be a person in a costume, could be an elaborate prank. No, there's some Asian community farm a few miles out, could be them spooking anyone nearby to buy up land. Don't know, but now I'm curious and ask to see the SUVs and the suits. Sure enough, some men in black looking fucks are there banging and calling out to my cousin to open up. Claims they're game wardens. BS, they don't drive tricked out SUVs and wear nice suits or carry briefcases in the video, so now I'm really creeped out and curious. Ask cousin to get her boy toy outside with me to unload some gear and to check the property. Skinny soy cuck looking fuck comes out from hiding under a blanket, didn't even notice the asshole. He is stuttering and shaking, doesn't want to go outside. Tell him to STFU and help me lift shit as I won't have girls do it. Threaten to kick his ass, so he finally obliges to help me out. We grab some gear, mostly just extra clothes and crap. Want to leave most of my guns and shit in the car. He's upset about my side piece on my hip. Tell him to STFU as they called me for help. He hiccups and vomits. I'm done with family already and want to check this shit out. Get shit moving and stored, it's getting dark. Tell them to lock the doors, windows, keep shit closed and watch their generators fuel. Check and double check ammo, gear, guns in my vehicle. Turn on my Jesus lights, get everything set, grab binoculars. Scan perimeter, ask cousin if they know of any odd shit on the property or where people might have been. They point out near some overgrown fields and said lights were there. Check it out via binocs, see an obvious car. Target set, I take off in my car. Lights illuminate so fucking much, I love my lights. See tracks from vehicles, some litter. People were here. Get to the fields, and sure enough I see an SUV, driver's door open, battery dead, and some gear. Stay in car, scan area, ensure it's safe. Pop out with hand on holster, call out and get no answer. Dig through gear, loot. Clothes, some destroyed tech, walkie-talkies, some charger shit for phones and cameras that were wrecked. Snap pics, grab gear, store it in my car, and poke around. Nothing points to cults or cryptids or demons. Looks like someone dug through shit looking for shit. Snap interior and exterior photos of the cars, can't find keys, so I ensure it's unlocked and close the doors. Walk around with flashlight, check the surrounding area and find shit. Animal noises, see some chipmunks, so obviously no demons or weird shit. Hop up on my own car, scan with binocs, spot several cars further away. See movement. Time to scope out the new area I see. Take off, get to area, same as before. Look around, call out, holster ready. Poking around, checking gear found, same as above. All fucked up, all strewn about. Turn around and get a butt of a rifle to the temple. Go down like bricks, Hear some muffled talking as I am fucked up Asian girl standing next to two suits and a fuck ton of cops cop on top of me, gun trained on me, as are several other guns get read the rights act of WTF you doing here and WTF are you looking for I explain my side of shit. Asian girl huffs and says they didn't help I explain they're scared shitless and I got called in explain I'm family cop picks me up, asks why I have gear in my car explain everything thus far get shoved in a working black SUV, asked for keys and a suit drives off to cousin's house with my car Asian girl talking to cops, suits and a dude in white WTF never noticed dude in white opens door, smiles, smells of flowers and tells me it'll be alright closes door and walks off into black SUV waiting in cop car. Asian girl hops in next to me 1001 questions, explain what I can use weird creatures, lol no but let me tell you about the video I saw Asian girl is unusually close, feel the heat off her, and she smells off. Not bad off but weird off. Like a perfume I can't place. She keeps asking the questions over and over. Get closer each time she repeats. I feel drowsy and excited. It's odd, she now starts touching me lightly. Hand on my thigh, brushing her lips against my cheek. I can feel her breath on my neck. Something is off, and I feel like I'm drowning in her eyes which I just noticed. Green with specks of orange. I feel entranced and can't look away. It feels like hours of her repeating questions. One stuck out, what's your name? Kept telling her it's on my ID and that people call me by my nick only. She keeps it up and now I feel weight on me. She's straddling me, holding my face to hers. It feels wrong. It feels right. I feel numb but electrified. She kisses me. I'm shocked and confused and taste something sugary. She pouts, looks confused and gets out. I notice outside looks a lot darker. Before I can say anything a cop has me outside, on the ground, taking off cuffs. Commanded to walk by the Asian girl, she's explaining that the land was falsely sold and X amount is her family's land. Something about a prized animal got loose and that they thought cousin and her friends stole it. I felt like a zombie and sluggishly moved felt like I couldn't deny her. We walked, we talked, everything outside looked darker, but more of a purple than normal night. I noticed the men in white again, long hair, whitish, and never moving get told to sit by the girl there's a tree stump I didn't see before I sit, she sits on me, talks and holds me, she likes how I taste she kept saying, kept hugging me, and kept plying for my name kept repeating my nick she isn't mad just surprised suit shows up, they talk, and she still won't get off of me she's excited, tells me to stand up after she gets off me, I see some weird thing being led by a leash, and hop into a SUV I'm led back to the cop car, I feel like I'm floating blackout, wake up, I'm in my car in the middle of a field I'm confused, I'm scared, I take a few minutes to piss, longest piss in my life, there's a napkin on my dash with some odd bread and a handwritten note of thank you, I feel off and chuck the bread outside no gear I found is in my car, something is off I end up by my cousin and I see cops are there I get stopped, cop looks at me and pushes me. Inside Asian girl is there, barely can keep my eyes open Asian girl jump hugs me, kisses my cheek everything is now clearer, and I feel awake rescue farm down road, property lines. Cops explain my cousin will be refunded X amount, and some land is going to be given back to Asian girl I'm thanked for stopping the lion, and a bout of other shit I don't recall nothing else of note except